What does it mean to be more out there? How do I be more out there? As a coach, as a leader, it's a question that I get asked a lot around getting your message out to the world. Let's dive into that today. Welcome to Thrive and Serve. I'm your host, Colin Scotland. On this podcast, I explore what it means to be our truest expression of self and how that powerfully amplifies our impact. And so unpacking that reason for me creating this very podcast it's a very selfish one, right? It's my personal expression of what it feels like to be me, the interpretation, the views of the world around me. And that is no different to what we're going to be unpacking today when it comes to how you be more out there. What does that mean for you in practice? Let's dive straight into that. So take a deep breath with me. And let's begin. Colin, I feel like this is a chapter in my life where I have to be more out there. I have a burning passion and a calling to share what I know is important and that I know can serve humanity, that can serve the world, that can serve, underline, fill in the blanks, whoever you serve, right? This is a very common phrase, question that gets posed to me as a coach. And I really want to dive into it with you today. This is relevant for those that are on the pathway, on a journey of becoming the truest, most fullest expression of self. What do I mean by that? So the person who is on a path of self-improvement for the betterment of self and the betterment of others, in service of others. People like us want to be better humans and serve more people with our message, with what we've got to give to this world. And the goal is always rooted in something invisible. For me, the goal, the calling, as I call it, is this drive and this desire to help others shine their light more brightly in the world. And I have a great blessing in that I've learned how to build a business online and fail. And I've learned how to build a coaching practice. And I've studied marketing. I used to lecture in marketing. And I've got a unique set of experiences around that whole process of helping others to shine their light more brightly in the world. So can you see how that calling ties in to how I show up in the world? It's the very reason I'm talking to you right now on this podcast. So what is that for you? What is that purpose? And I'm not talking about surface level purposes here. So if you're saying to me, well, I want to make money, I want to do this, I want to do the other, then that is fine and indicates that there's work to be done on the reason behind why you want to get out there, why you want to be more out there. And the goal of all of us is to evolve in this journey, in this body, and evolve in a way that serves others so that we raise the vibration, the frequency of consciousness. We raise consciousness for those generations and lifetimes to come. And in connecting to that, sounds quite woo-woo, doesn't it? But in connecting to that, it really helps to root us in the work that we do and give us a sense of purpose for the work that we do. Now, I began this journey at the opposite end of this. I began this journey thinking like I knew how to grow a business. I know how to make sales. I know how to get clients. I know how to do the whole marketing thing because I've done it. I've built a business that was successful before it failed. And there's therapy for me in that, isn't there? And I know that. And I've done all of these things, and I'm good at them. I know what I'm doing. I can help you get sales. I can help you get clients. I can help you build a business. And that was my focus for a big chunk of my journey. And I realize now that it was folly. Not, you don't know that you don't know. And in that stage of my journey, it was necessary, but it wasn't the goal for me. It wasn't the goal for my clients. And so it was always difficult. It was always what David Hawkins refers to in power versus force. It was always forcing things as opposed to living in power and allowing things to be. There's a difference there. There's a subtle difference there. And so the switch flipped for me when I realized I have a real sense of purpose through this work. Initially, I didn't feel like marketing and the stuff I know and have learned was beneficial or useful or helpful, nor did I feel like it related to Colin, the spiritual explorer, Colin, the person who loves to share learnings and teaching and helping others from a place of love and compassion. Like, how does that align with getting sales and getting clients? It just felt at odds to me. And so through my journey of reconciling that and appreciating that the spiritual endeavor is the marketing endeavor, not the other way around. And the spiritual endeavor fuels and is fueled by what I'm able to do and accomplish with people through marketing, helps give that platform. It helps provide that platform, not for sales, not for clients, but for that light to shine more brightly in the world. Now, there's a real subtle but profound difference in that, because now we're focused on us living that truest expression of self and us embodying what we're here to do and embody and who we're here to be and to become. That is what it means to be more out there. And so I share this because when you have this feeling and this calling that you want to be more out there, you want to become more visible in the world, it starts with the why. It starts with that purpose, that calling, that invisible pull that you feel to share, to be more out there. Why are you looking to be more out there? For what purpose? To serve whom and in what way? And as you explore these questions, the goal in this is to ignite a burning desire in you, an unquenchable flame of desire to serve others, of, as Viktor Frankl puts it, something outside of yourself. Nietzsche says, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." And when we are anchored in that why, and we are driven forward by that unquenchable flame of service for definite purpose, then no matter what happens, we will take those steps. We will hit record on the camera. We will create that content. We will write that blog post. We will record that audio. I can't tell you the amount of times that I sit in front of this camera, in front of this microphone, and I'm like, oh, not today, not today, not today. Like, my brain's fighting me. My body's fighting me. I've not got enough time. I can't do it right now. Let me do it later. Let me just skip it this week. And it's not the way to move forward. The way to move forward is to anchor and root in that passion and to move forward with love, with compassion for others. And that is the key to being more out there. And then you take what Buddha called inspired action, right action, where you will hit record, you will publish that content, and you will share that message of you, all areas, all facets of you. That is the key to being more out there. Thank you for joining me today on Thrive and Serve. I'm your host, Colin Scotland, and if you found this content helpful, my invitation to you is to share this with someone who needs to hear it. And take what we've discussed today, figure out, reflect, what does it mean for you to be more out there? And how would you show up differently when you are anchored in that unquenchable flame, that unquenchable desire to be better and in service of others? I'll see you next time.